Hey, what's up? My name is Justin.
And my name is Ariel.
And welcome back to our channel.
So for today's video, we are going to do a relationship advice video. And I feel like this is a good time to do it anyways because I've been seeing stuff like over Facebook and Instagram, people saying that now that people are like in their house, quarantined, that couples are starting to fight more because they're with each other more. Meaning, they would probably go work, go do whatever else, and then now both people are home. So I feel like maybe we can give you advice
because
we're
great.
Our relationship because we actually have a really good relationship.
We have a very healthy relationship. We don't fight very much at all.
We're like the successful carrots that grow successfully.
What a great analogy. We're carrots.
Yeah.
We got pulled out of the ground at just the right time.
Yeah, so hopefully you can too. Alright, so I have my handy dandy notebook, which I just got this and I think it's cute. Because it says this is not your book.
It's not your book. It's not my book either. It's your book.
So I made a list of like stuff and then we'll just read it, go off of it, and give you advice.
We made a list.
Yeah. We made a list. But we'll just go off of it and explain our stuff on why our relationship.
Yeah, because this quarantine that could put a little rough patch on your relationship, So we just want to help you guys out, make sure that everything's okay.
And you don't want to become rotten carrots.
Yeah, you don't want to be a rotten carrot. Rotten carrot. Nobody likes rotten carrots.
You want to be the carrot in the refrigerator that's still like
orange.
Yeah. I don't know what rotten carrots look like.
Neither do I. I think they're brown.
Interesting.
Anyway,
so the first one we have down is don't fight. And I'm not saying
I forgot some of these, but don't fight. Just don't do it.
I'm not saying don't fight because every couple fights. Without fighting,
if you don't fight, you can never you'll never learn how to make the other person more happy, and stop doing stuff that doesn't make the person happy. So fighting can be good, but over fighting is not good. Over fighting's bad. So fights every once in a while aren't bad as long as you learn from them and move on into a more healthy relationship.
And when you fight, don't call each other mean names. That's one thing I see with the relationship is people call each other mean names because they're so angry in the moment, and then it's just not good.
But you can call each other mean names as a joke.
Yeah, I call him the fat cupcake the other day.
Yeah, and I call her Stinky all the time.
Yeah.
Smelly.
So you just gotta learn how to mess around with each other. Understand each other when you guys are fighting. Try to understand. Don't make it one-sided where one person's you're gonna listen to me, or the other person's nope, I don't want to because I'm stubborn and I just don't want to listen.
Everybody's stubborn. Most people are stubborn, and we're the two of the most stubborn people you'll ever meet in your life. So, yep.
Yeah, but don't be too stubborn because then it's bad. And it's going to make things worse, and it makes the fight bigger than it has to be because one person wants to be correct and the other is nope, you're wrong, I'm correct. It's just not good. 2, spoil each other. Or do you still have something for number 1?
No.
No? Okay.
We're all good.
Spoil each other. And I'm not saying you have to go buy out a whole boat for the person and, sail off.
If you have the money, and definitely don't do that in the first week of your relationship, please.
No. When I say spoil, it means throughout your relationship. It's the little things.
I buy her Starbucks all the time. I didn't buy you Starbucks today. You buy your own Starbucks, but that's besides the point.
Or he likes hot Cheetos. I'll buy him hot Cheetos. Or a little date, whatever it is, flowers.
Oh, spoil each other, and not just materialistic things, but also attention and love. I used to play a lot of video games, and I still do. But I don't play nearly as many video games ever since you came into my life.
Yeah.
Because I just give you so much attention and love now.
Well, I tell him to play his video games, but he doesn't listen to me, so. But I get lots of back scratches, because I like back scratches.
Yep. She gets spoiled in back scratches, too. So it's not just, money. You don't have to just spoil them and, buying them stuff. It's not really a problem for us. It hasn't been a problem for us. But don't let family get in the way. Her family loves me. My family loves her. But if you're not in that situation, because a lot of people are not in that situation, You can't let it get to you.
Yeah, and that's something like I want to say. Like I've seen it for myself. I'm not gonna get into detail, but I've seen people, put family in between a relationship, and it's not good. It would be more like maybe the parent doesn't like that person, or maybe the parent's jealous, or it could be so much.
And if your parent is being really like a bad influence on the relationship, I guess, then you need to sit down and talk to your parent and say like, hey, this is the person that I want to be with, and you're gonna have to accept that, and if you don't accept that, then you're just gonna have to shut up. All right? Nobody wants to hear you talk about how bad her hair looks. That was just an example.
Number 4, it's important. Being honest and open. I feel like that's really important, because if you're not honest and open, that can really hurt a relationship. And, it takes time to be honest and open. It's not easy for everybody. And that's where patience comes in, patience and time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always good to be honest and open, even if it's just like the little things. Like if you live together, maybe you would go hang out with your friends and the other person doesn't know. You would tell your other person like, hey, I'm going here today. I'm going to go do this, blah, blah, blah. But I'll be back at this time. Instead of just like walking out the house and then your other person's like,
yeah,
where'd you go? And you're like, oh, it's none of your business. Like, you don't need to know.
If the other person makes you upset, you don't stay quiet about it, Or if you're upset about anything, you should tell the other person, because they're going to be sitting there worrying about you, wondering what's wrong, wondering if they did something wrong, what it is, and it just puts a lot of stress on both of you and the relationship. So it's good to just be upfront and honest and tell them what's happening.
Number 5, communicate. If you don't communicate, it's not going to get nowhere.
Hello.
So communicate.
You're supposed to say hi back.
Hi. So communicate, even if it's just the little thing. It could be you got an A+ on your test, and you want to tell your other person, hey, I got an A+ on my test.
This one's more for the guys. If she tells you that she got an A+ on your test, you got to remember that. I'm horrible at remembering stuff, and I know you are too if you're a dude, because that's just in our DNA. But you got to do your best, man. Just hang in there.
Yeah, but just communicate, whether it's like phone related, anything life related. Don't not communicate it, because then that can hurt a relationship. Number 6, pay attention to what they say.
That kind of goes on with listening.
Yeah, listen. So, and that can mean like with anything. Just listen to them. Maybe they have an exciting news to tell you, and they're like, hey, this happened. Like, just don't be like, listen, really listen. Be like, oh, that's great. Wow. It's awesome.
So that's something I should work on, probably. I'm not a very expressive person at all. She'll be telling me something, I'm like, cool.
So I can't wait to play my video games. Yeah, no, just listen about whatever it is. And I'm the one that likes to talk a lot. Number 7, have date nights. And it doesn't have to be every week, all the time. Just once in a while, just when's the last time we had one?
I have a horrible memory. That doesn't matter, alright? That's not important. What's important is that you do it, alright?
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to go to a 5-star restaurant and get $100 steak. I mean, if that's you, great, go for it. But it could be a movie or going to the park. Okay, number 8. I feel like this one's really important. Show actions. I feel like a lot of the times people just show their words instead of actions. And I feel like it's good to do both. So if you're going to say something, back it up by doing something.
I'm going to kiss you. Example.
But in real life, an example could be your boyfriend isn't communicating with you, or your girlfriend isn't communicating with you enough. So you want them to communicate more. So you sit them down and be like, hey, I want us to talk more, instead of, just not telling each other anything. And then the other person's like, okay, yeah, I understand, I'll do it. And then they don't do it. And it's like, so if the other person isn't going to do actions and back it up, it's not good. You know, if you really care about that person, you'll go out of your way to do whatever you need to do for that person.
Show actions could also be just getting your girl some flowers or something, you know, just to say, hey, I still love you.
Yeah.
And don't you forget it.
9. This was a good one because this is a big problem with a lot of people. Being open with your phones and social media. I feel nowadays, in today's society, everybody is, don't look at my phone. Especially in relationships, because one person's probably cheating on the other one, and this one's hiding.
Probably cheating. That's could be. Okay.
Could be, sorry. Could be cheating on the other person. And the other person's hiding text messages. It could be anything, you know. That's going to ruin a relationship because the other person's probably
Constantly thinking about that.
and they're probably the loyal ones, being like, hey, I have my phone open for you, but yet your phone is closed for me.
Yep.
What's going on?
Take a look at this. This is my phone, right? It's locked. Now, she's going to look at it. Bada bing, bada boom. It is open, all right? She's got Face ID on my phone.
And he's got Face ID on my phone.
We don't have no secrets here.
And I'm not saying you have to sit there and go on their phone and look through their phone, which I don't do that with his. I don't know if you've ever done that with mine.
Nope.
But that just shows trust, and you gotta have trust. But you can't have trust if you don't have that opportunity to have open phones.
Yeah,
So
it's a little sus, you know? It's a little sus if they're protective of certain things, like, you know, because your phone holds a lot of information, a lot of personal information, and if you're like very protective of that personal information, then it's a little bit like, why doesn't he want me to, or she, why doesn't she or he want me to look at their phone, have access to it?
And social media, that's another problem.
You don't need to give them your social media password.
No. But just don't be doing things that are gonna make the other person think, oh, what is he or she doing on social media? Don't be controlling. This is one thing I see a lot, and that could be whether it's with clothing. You know, one person will tell the other person, hey, you can't wear this, or you can't walk out of the house like this, or you can't wear this type of makeup, or you can do this, or who you can talk to. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's one thing. I don't care if he has friends.
Even if they're female.
Like, I know he's not gonna, you know.
And she's friends with all my female friends anyway, so.
Yeah, and he knows I'm friends with guys, but we trust each other. It's not like, oh, games. I see this a lot with guys. Like, girls will be like, oh, you can't play your video games because you're not giving me attention. That's controlling. And that's one thing, like, I don't care. He can play his games whenever he wants. And that's why our relationship is good, is because we don't control each other. We let each other be who we are, not who we want each other to be. Number 11, make each other laugh. I feel like that's very important because, you know, life is always going to have its ups and downs, and you need someone to be there to make you laugh and giggle. And
it's also kind of just like being friends with your girlfriend or boyfriend, you know? If you can be comfortable with each other and make each other laugh all the time, you know, do stupid stuff, but like, you know, in a responsible way, then that's a good sign.
And it's healthy too. I've read like a lot of articles, and like psychologists say that laughing can actually help a relationship because laughing is positive.
Laughing creates happiness.
Yeah, and you're always laughing. We're always laughing.
And you want to have a happy relationship.
Exactly. And we're constantly always laughing. Either it's like when we pick on each other in a nice way. You know, like the other day when I called him a fat cupcake.
It was
we
fun.
laughed.
Yeah.
It wasn't to be serious. You know. Or we'll watch funny videos together. I like watching dogs on Instagram. So I feel like if you could be comfortable with each other and be your true self.
That takes time.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of time.
I mean, we weren't like 100% comfortable with each other until like at least a month into the relationship.
It was faster though, because I'm not the type to do that with a lot of people, but with him it was a lot faster because I felt comfortable and I felt safe. And I knew, like, once I started seeing who he was as a person, I was like, he's just like me.
Yeah, I let her know when I'm going to go take a dump. Like,
yeah.
It's like, whatever.
So yeah, just always make each other laugh, especially, like, when we, like, fight or get upset with each other. We always make each other laugh after it. And that's how, like, we get through it. It's just by, like...
We kind of already covered number 12. Number 12 is just become best friends. We pretty much already covered that just now.
13. I like this one. Be 50-50. I see this too much that there's always, I think it's called like the 80-20. Is that what it is? Like somebody puts the 80% in, the other person like puts 20% in. It's supposed to be equally.
Yeah.
But like to give an example, maybe, you know, the guy decides I'm gonna pay for the dinner, but the girl's like, nah, I'm not gonna help with anything. So when I say 50-50, it means like if he pays for the dinner, pay for the movie tickets. Or
The dessert.
There's
been lots of times where it's like I'll get like Starbucks and then you'll get the ice cream, even though we don't have ice cream. It's gelato.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it has to like be expensive or you guys have to have it like equally the same price. No, it's just the thought that counts. Or even when it comes to like housework. If the person's always cleaning the house, help them. Like one person does the dishes or the other person takes out the trash or...
You know, we've done dishes together as well. Like she'll clean the dishes and then I'll dry them and put them in that dishwasher.
14. I feel like this is maybe like spend time. I didn't really...
Spend some quality time together.
Play some fun games.
We went out and bought Jenga today because we don't... Oh, I don't have it. Apparently she has it. But, you know, I bought it and then she told me.
Like, we've been doing puzzles.
We
buy
got
a lot
this
of
today.
games.
We got this thing today as well. It's, you know, it's a thing. I don't want to explain it.
You can watch TV, watch YouTube. That's what we do a lot. We're always watching something.
Usually YouTube.
Yeah. You could go hiking, running, whatever you guys like to do together. Just do it together. 15. Compliment each other.
You're so beautiful.
So yeah, just compliment
You're
each other.
You're welcome.
Thanks. You know, it could be the outfit, the hair, nails. You know, maybe your girl got some nails and you could be like, ooh, I like your nails. They look good. Or your boyfriend got a new outfit and you could be like, that looks good on you. Or just everyday compliment them.
People need reassurance too, you know, that you still think that they look good, that they look great.
Especially for girls, because us girls, ladies, you can agree, we have hormones and we can get out of control sometimes. And sometimes you might be like, oh, I don't feel like this today. So, you know, a little reassurance can go a long ways. 16. Always say I love you. I mean, if you're not in that stage right now, just ignore this. Don't. But if you're in like a relationship like for a long time and you guys truly know you love each other, don't go to bed or leave work or go anywhere without saying I love you.
Even if you're in a fight, you know, and one person's like, I love you, you should just be like, you know, you can be like, I love you too. You know, whatever, but like, you know, you can't not say I love you too. That's messed up. That's extra messed up.
17. Make time for each other. I feel like that's very beneficial for a relationship because if you're not gonna make time for each other, then why are you in a relationship?
It's really hard. It couldn't be hard with like, you know, work. You know, if you guys have like conflicting work schedules, that can be difficult.
But we made it work.
We made it work, but we made it work because we were able to live together. You know, you were able to stay over here, and we like had like the nighttime together. So that's why we made it work. It can be a lot more difficult if you're not in that situation where you can live with your person.
Well, I mean, before it was difficult too because he had a daytime job and I only got to see him for 4 hours. But we hung out every day. And then we would hang out Saturdays and Sundays all day, depending on if I didn't have work.
Yeah.
But it was hard, but we still, even if we got to see each other for like an hour, 2 hours, if we couldn't see each other, we did FaceTime. So it's like, if you can go around that and make a way, whether it's FaceTime, seeing each other for a few hours, whatever it is, like...
And if you guys both have jobs, then maybe try saving up for like an apartment or something like that. That could be a way to spend more time together. If only one of you has a job, then you can, or if one of you has part-time, the other one has full-time, then whoever has full-time can go and see that person, your person. You can go see them before you go to work or after you go to work, and you can see each other for a few hours. 18.
So this is our last and final one. I feel like this is the important one.
Well, they're all important, but this one's
like.
I mean, if you don't follow this one, then your relationship ain't gonna work. It just ain't.
It's not gonna be the cherry on the top of the cupcake.
Yep, you'll just have a cupcake that is too old because it wasn't left in the fridge and it died quickly.
Don't give up. That's one thing I can tell you, just don't give up. I know sometimes like it can be hard in a relationship. No relationship is perfect. We've had our hard times. And we're gonna have our hard times because that's life. But we don't give up. We fight through it. If you get in a fight, sit down, talk to each other, be like, hey, we gotta fix this, let's do this. Make a plan.
Always try to make a resolution. Don't just let a problem sit, you know. Try to come up with some sort of a solution to the problem. We've solved all our problems that we've ever had, right? So try to figure out how to solve that problem if you're having a problem. But of course, you know, there's like obviously a time, you know, if it's a horrible relationship, if it's a super toxic relationship and you're just not happy and you have not been happy for months,
then leave.
Yeah, that's a bad relationship.
Give up. That's the time to give up.
But I mean, if you're having a great relationship, all of a sudden you hit a bump in the road, don't just
be like,
quit.
I have to leave this relationship.
Yeah.
But if you know you truly love each other and it's hard, don't give up. Yeah, I'm glad you actually made that point of like, there is a point when you do need to give up, because I don't want people to be like, well,
you know,
there is
he
a
beats
point.
me, but
yeah,
you know, like,
you know, give up. But I'm saying if your relationship is working and it's successful, but you do have hard times, you're gonna have hard times. Nothing's perfect. Life isn't perfect. You know, if you're being cheated on or being beaten up, like,
if it's a horrible relationship, there is somebody out there who will love and adore you and will treat you like the princess or prince that you are.
But you just have to find them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you take from this that this is the stuff that we wrote down that's helped us.
And if you have any friends that are going through a tough time in their relationship, go ahead and send them this video. Maybe, hopefully we'll help somebody out. As long as we can help out one relationship, mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say for our next video, this is an idea. We don't know if this is the next one we're going to do. If you want to hear our story of how we met.
It's a pretty good one. It is a great story.
Yeah. Every time we tell people, they're like,
I love the story. It's a great story. It wasn't Tinder.
Nope, I don't do that stuff. That's scary. That's where you die.
No, that's where you meet the freaks and the weirdos. No offense if you're on Tinder. Be safe out there. You know, stay home if you can. You know, if you need food, obviously go out there and get your food. But just stay safe. You know, 6 feet away from people.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Sneeze in your arm. Don't sneeze in your hand.
Yeah, and if you do happen to do that, if that's a habit,
wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Hand sanitizer, if you have it. It's hard to come by right now these days.
People are probably like, I don't care. I hear this all the time. Like,
yeah. Sorry
guys.
Sorry to be a broken record here.
Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. We love you guys.
Bye.